Hi, everyone. Welcome to No Contact. We got producer Ryan on the mic today.
Hello.
We are a DIY establishment. If you could see the way we have the monitor set up right now, with a step stool balancing a chair, you'd understand that. I bring that up to say we have a Patreon with bonus episodes, bonus content. We have extra listener letters. We have extra special guests behind a paywall. Some are mini-sodes, some are extra-sodes. The No Contact Oprah episode, that's like a 2-hour viewing experience for you. Just a reminder, I don't have parents and my current job ends in 2 weeks. And I would love if my stalkers could pay me $5-10 a month. You get a little something extra special and knowing you're supporting a white adult in LA. And I think that's a really special opportunity. And him, can they see Winks?
Yeah, they definitely can.
Yeah, think about him. Fuck me. Feed this little bitch. Wake up! I'm just kidding. It's my favorite thing to pretend to be mean to him in public because people get so upset.
Are people stopping you ever?
Constantly.
I'm
constantly stopped with this one idea.
There was one time, the day Jessica and I moved here, her grandmother passed, and we were also like in the airport, and there was like a 12-hour delay. She's bawling her eyes out, and I'm trying to like figure out everything, like how do we get a new flight? Are you okay? Obviously not. What do you need? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like running back and forth, and like 8 white grandmas stopped me and was like, "What did you do to her?" And I was like, I could not be the least evil person. I'm so in the right here. Please leave me alone.
I think I'd assume it was a couple's fight if I saw a couple together and someone is crying. If someone's acting crazy toward the crying person, sure. But like, that's weird to assume. Whatever. That's white grandmas for you. Ugh, stop moving. I'm just kidding. It's so funny to pretend to be mad at him because my friends who've known me for a while see the way I'm with Winks and they're like, wow, I've never seen you like this. It's nice to see this side of you. Okay. I love this episode. We had Charmeé, who I accidentally called bi-curious. At one point, she certainly is not. She's your bisexual big sis online. Obviously, we have all her handles tagged. She comes on to tell us 2, not 1, but 2 excellent queer and queer coded roommate to no contact stories. One is about, just I guess consider this a trigger warning. One's about a white gay man during 2021. If you can freaking connect the dots on what's about to happen with him. And then the other is a friend. Oh, a white woman, we found out. A friend as well after that. I found it, unfortunately, very relatable. I appreciate Charmeé coming on. Before that, we're going to get to a little story from the No Contact subreddit. This person is dealing with a family no contact situation and has shared a screenshot. They've labeled this post, "How would you respond to this?" The caption is, "Been no contact." Actually, they said non-contact.
Is there a difference?
I've never seen that.
Been non-contact.
Why does non-contact?
I feel like you have to read it in a British accent now.
Should I try to do that?
Your roots, you know.
Oh my God.
Been non-contact.
Been non-contact with parents for 4 years. That's not the type of British they were. My family was very London. Out of the blue, my father sends me this. Okay, I'm mocking a real person's experience. We're going to start real and American now. Okay, ready? Been non-contact with my parents for 4 years. Out of the blue, my father sends me this text asking if I'd have another family member who is also non-contact speak to our mother about yet another pay attention to us illness. Is this typical of how a father responds to his son? My father's 79 years old. At least he still knows how to text. Little clown. What a little funny clown. This is what the message said from 79-year-old daddy. Mom has developed some kind of bacterial infection that was found during treatment for her bladder cancer. It's a double whammy. Is there any chance she might be able to talk to, I'm guessing it's a sibling in the family, for advice? Please let me know. They didn't follow up. And the next day at 9:18 in the morning, the 79-year-old father says, "That's what I thought. You're a real man."
I'm so curious of why this person, they don't go into, or maybe I can find it.
No, that's kind of the extent of the post.
I'm so curious of why there's quotation marks around man
In all caps.
and I'm like, 2026, am I pushing trans on this person? Like,
you think that the dad's being transphobic on top of everything
yes.
else? That is such a good question. I have a feeling the poster would have included that.
I do too.
If they're a trans man, I think they would have said that is maybe a part of the or who knows? They could be like me. Queerness could have not even been the problem.
But like, why would you say you're a real man? Otherwise, like,
I wonder, this is my narrating. Maybe the sibling who the mom's trying to get in contact with is like a woman, like a sister, I've heard they're called.
a sister sibling.
And so, right. And so this person is sort of like, oh, you think you're like defending your sister, you're a real man. Or mocking like you think you're an adult now.
Yeah.
Because it's their old daddy saying, yeah, you think you're a grown up man.
Well, okay, so how would you respond to this?
Well, we know I would never, but you said that you've had a similar experience.
My family has gone no contact back and forth with me with them. Multiple times, non-contact with me. And for like death related things, I'm like, all right, we'll see.
Death is real.
I'm like, we'll see how it goes.
Like if the death happens?
No. Like which I do think is like a very manipulative thing. It could be, but do
you mean if they say this person has died, you have to come home?
Well, I did do that once.
Okay, but that seems good.
Like if death is on the table.
Okay, the bacterial infection.
Yeah, the bacterial infection.
Okay, the threat of
cancer.
Death. The threat of death.
Yeah, the threat of death. It's like I'll see if you won't trigger me in the moment when we see each other, but also I'm willing to be like, oh, nothing's changed. Sorry, you're dealing with that. Bye.
And leave them in the hospital.
Yeah.
Have you been in that position?
I had the death one. My bleep.
A family member.
Yeah, a family member of mine died, and so I was no contact with. Asked if I could go to the funeral, and then we started talking again. And that was, for me, it was actually a good like comeback. Like it was slow. It was kind of like I hadn't seen this person since I was 15, and then the next time I saw him, I was 24.
Okay.
And so it was kind of like, we are different people now. We've been out of each other's lives so long that it would be difficult, I imagine, to be like, oh, you're the same person that I saw yesterday.
And you can't be mad at like a 15-year-old on their end, at least.
Oh, you definitely can. My family?
Sorry, I forgot.
But
they're not real men.
Yeah. But I went to the funeral, and then we kind of like, over a period of time, I was like getting to know this person again, and like,
right.
There's still a lot of things.
You're laughing because the kick drum dropped.
It's gonna be in the episode.
That's fine. They're used to a backing track.
There's a lot of things that like made it better. Mm-hmm. One of the reasons we went no contact was physical violence. That's
a really good one. Brian.
And there has been no physical violence since.
I'm very glad.
But yeah, I would probably be like, hey, blank. If like you were the person they wanted to reach out to, I'd be like, hey, check out this crazy fucking message. Do with it what you want. Like
to the sibling.
Yeah, to
the forward it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, because like,
what I wish I knew is the sister like a doctor? Because why would they need to talk to? Oh yeah, is there any chance she might be able to talk to blank for advice? What's the advice? Why?
Maybe they also dealt with bladder cancer.
Is it genetic and goes backwards in generations?
Yeah.
That's so funny. So you would, me, I ain't fucking with this.
Oh, I
never
wouldn't respond.
You wouldn't respond to this.
Yes.
You would wait a few steps down the road.
I wouldn't
Okay.
like, I would send it to you and being like, hey, this is a crazy thing that happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't be like, hey, you need to do it.
Absolutely.
Because like, I do think I'm very, maybe this is bad. I have a pretty big forgiveness bone. And I think like, I do think people can change to an extent, and I think people can have remorse.
Yes.
But oftentimes I do think remorse and change comes off of trauma. Like it's like, oh, like, hey, I'm dealing with this life death situation. I might look internally. And also I think, I'm so sorry. I do think like there is like the opportunity for someone to be like, hey, I'm using this vehicle of like something very bad happening to reconnect. That being said, I don't think the other person needs to ever feel pressure from that. It's like, hey, they're putting their hand out. You can take this olive branch if you want. I'm not going to be the person that's like, because it doesn't feel like it's my decision. I also think it's a shitty thing for them to reach out to someone they're no contact with to get someone else to be no contact with, it's a
double whammy in so many ways.
Except for maybe the idea that like they actually have no accessibility to this person.
Like maybe this child didn't block, but the other child did. Yeah, I wondered the same thing.
But even then, I'm like, I don't know. I'm willing for forgiveness, but I'm also being like, I will give you this millimeter. If you, as soon as you fuck up, I'm out.
I love that, actually. I kind of think that's a best of both worlds approach. I wonder, let's scroll to the comments because this happened a month ago. I wonder if there is a development. Let's see if there's any replies. So your advice right now, okay, they do mention physically aggressive beatings. I would describe beatings as aggressive, so I'm glad that you know that. Yeah, I think all these people are saying kind of what we're saying, like,
yeah, I think.
Oh, someone said, as long as you're okay with never saying goodbye to your mom. I couldn't imagine. Well, sometimes moms weren't there to say goodbye to you. Do you kind of get what I'm saying, divas?
Yeah, I like that you read it that way. Because I do, that I was going to say is like, I think a great piece of advice is like, this is something, as anyone I know who has lost someone, it's always, there's some version of like, was there closure? Even if it's like, I didn't talk to this person for 20 something years. And like, if you feel like you have closure, great.
Exactly.
But
and closure can look like all sorts of things.
Yeah. And if you like, if there's something in you lingering, maybe take that into consideration. But also, you never have to talk to anyone you don't want to. That's
so tea. And that's what the show is all about. Well, shout out to this person and the band Practice Next Door. This is the episode with Charmeé. Enjoy it. Bye.
I really hope one day we can be in each other's lives. Okay, bye.
Hi, happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Happy Bide. That's bisexual pride.
Oh, okay. Bide.
No one's ever said that?
Sounds
No one's going to say it again.
That sounds very interesting. But happy Pride, happy Bi Pride.
Yes.
Happy, I don't know, just the summer. I feel like it's refreshing. I don't know. I love summer. I feel like it's like perfect time for Pride because it's like the perfect like sandwich. The perfect sandwich between Cancer season and Gemini season. And it like we start off with this chaos and this this Gemini season. We're like go, and then it's like nurture yourself, take care of yourself. You've been hungover for 3 days. You know, like it's really nice.
So Gemini is like July.
Yeah,
no, Gemini's the May.
Yeah,
the May
Gemini's
of it all.
The May.
And that's the chaos.
That's the chaos.
And then the Cancer's July.
Yep.
So here's why I got that wrong. Because Cancers get really mad at me.
Do they?
Every Cancer I've had in my life.
They are moody.
Something happens. And it's usually me going, what? And I feel stupid. I feel
really?
Yes, I feel like a dumb ego commercial husband who's like, babe, what's wrong? Like, I don't know what I did.
Oh, do you? Okay, so there's like emotional intelligence stuff going on. We're going to work through that.
I'm more like, can you just say it?
And Cancer's not.
And they're not going to just say
They're
it.
going to be passive aggressive.
Because when you
they're
tell
gonna huff
me,
and puff.
I'll meet you there.
Right.
I'll more than meet you there.
Right.
But I can't get there on my own.
No.
Maybe I
and Cancer,
shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't have to.
You shouldn't have to. And Cancer needs to say it. And it's a water sign downfall, honestly.
Yes.
We're very bad at it. We're very bad at just kind of not saying, like, I always think, like, my lover must read my mind.
Like, wouldn't that be romantic?
It would be so
I'm the
romantic if they
opposite of-
knew. But then you get into a relationship and you're like, ew,
Yeah.
I want to spell it out for you. I want to say this. I want this, this, this. You do those things and you do those things.
And like once we have a conversation and then it happens, to me, that's hot.
That's hot.
But I want to
communication is hot to you.
Imagine.
Maturity.
Wait, you said what's your sign?
So I'm a Scorpio.
Me too. I remember this though. I remember this.
Okay.
Wait, when's your birthday?
October 30th.
Okay, mine's November 1st.
Okay, you're November, so you're a lot more normal than me.
Ryan raised your hand. What would you like to say? Are you a
I
Scorpio?
just waved at someone. I'm so
Oh
sorry.
no!
I was like,
like,
Scorpio
you're
too?
not.
No, I'm a Gemini.
Yes. Okay. I love Gemini.
He's different than the others. He's different.
I feel
than
like
all
every Gemini
Geminis.
says that, and they're all kind of chaos, but like very good at masking it.
You have a wonderful mask. You're so masked.
The
Ryan.
mask is slipping.
I'm a Gemini moon too, though, so I can't.
Oh, chaos.
It's but like it's fine. But I'm sad
the
driving.
person I'm about to talk about has a Gemini moon as well.
Okay, gorgeous transition. And we love when a transition just happens. Okay, so and I just want to say this for the record, I'd been wanting to ask you, and then you asked to come on. And I was so happy. Here we
Yes.
are. Okay,
Kismet.
you have multiple little stories, but I'm really excited to hear about. Let's see what we get to.
Yes.
This first one, I'm so
It's a
excited about it.
journey.
I'm gonna pass it off to you. Go ahead.
Pass the
Pop
mic.
off about this
Pop
Gemini
off.
placement.
So this was a Gemini moon placement.
I'm so sorry on
and
behalf
a
of-
Cancer sun. So I was under the impression that Cancer suns are like these like soft, nurturing things. But I always like use the example that Cancers are like holding a bird so tight that it like breaks and dies.
Oh.
That's sad. But that's what I feel like when it comes to Cancer is like you can nurture too hard. And this Cancer did that.
To you.
To me,
Okay.
I was the bird in this situation.
Okay.
Yeah, so it started off with we met at a org that we were volunteering at. And I was like, that's a good filtration system for a good heart and a good human. Like,
Shared
I love this.
interest, values.
Shared interest. This is the first time. This is, mind you, I had just come out. Right? So this is like 2018.
And we're both bicons
Yes.
for the record. Absolute bicons.
If you couldn't already tell by looking at us, we
It's
look
the-
like bicons.
It's the eyeshadow and the matching clips.
Exactly. And it's the tattoos. And
Thank
it's-
you.
The only thing is like we need a septum piercing.
I have this one.
Okay.
You would look
exactly.
gorgeous. You would look gorgeous with
See,
if you
I've
ever wanted
considered
to.
it, but then I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I'm like the hyper feminine kind. And I don't know. It feels edgy in a way that maybe
You don't know
doesn't
if you
suit
are.
my face, or I don't know.
Use the app to try it out.
Okay, you're right.
I'm telling you, you would look gorgeous.
Okay.
I'm seeing 2 rings on either side.
That
might be crazy.
Double ring.
It would look really good on you, but you do whatever you want.
Okay.
You do whatever you want.
So double ring and a septum, or just a double
I
ring?
hate septums. I've
Oh.
always hated septums. That's my most homophobic feeling.
Okay.
I've never liked a septum my entire life.
Okay.
But the double rings, like a really dainty, like a silver or gold. I don't know if you have a preference. I see
don't because I'm bisexual.
it. Same though. Same. I mix them.
I don't. I
That's
mix
so-
jewelry all the time because
that's
I'm like, I'm bi. I don't want to
so
make
funny.
a choice.
Can I ask what type of work were you doing together?
It was queer work. Queer work, just general queer work. Protect the org. But yeah, it was just like general queer work. So I was like, I had just come out. So this is me first understanding queer phrases, like breaking down queer phrases, understanding queer community. This was my first introduction to understanding queerness outside of bisexuality. Like there are other sexualities, even though I love talking about bisexuality, but there are other things. And I'm like, I want to talk and know and understand different types of people. So I did. And this person, he looked at me. The first day he saw me, he looked at me. Mind you, I'm the only black girl. So where's my camera? Here?
Yeah.
I'm the only black girl. So he goes, I'm going to be your friend. And I was like, well, I have a Leo moon, so I'm like, everyone wants to be my friend. Why
You're
not?
like, well, yeah.
Well, of course you want to be my friend. Everyone does. And so he's like, I'm going to be your friend. And I was like, okay, that sounds like a demand, not a question. And he's like, okay, come with me to get drinks after we volunteer. And I'm like, of course, this is great. He's always paying for drinks, always paying for drinks. I'm like, I love this. And so.
So this is a gay guy?
This is a gay white man.
How does this person, right? Perfect.
This is a gay white man.
Perfect.
He is the same gay white man who, in West Hollywood, we are at Rocco's, as one is. We're at Rocco's, and he goes, you know, we as gay people self-segregated. Again, I'm black. Self-segregated.
Does he does mean racially? That's what he's trying to bring up?
No, he means sexuality-wise, but it was very coded language.
Like from straight people.
Yes.
So he's just speaking to you very cluelessly.
Yes.
Or subconsciously, and he doesn't understand you're clocking it.
And
okay.
I am clocking it because I know how to code switch between being bi and code switch between being a black woman because I grew up around a bunch of white people growing up. So I was just kind of like, segregation. That's odd. Why mention that over, I don't know, tacos? Like, that's weird, you know? So I'm like, okay, whatever. So 2020 happens. I move back home. And
where's home for you?
Home is Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Love PA. Love PA down.
What city?
PA. State College.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard of it. It sounds lovely.
It's
I was
fun.
gonna say, I love Philadelphia and Pittsburgh almost equally.
Philly is very fruity. It is.
No, it is.
My friends that live in, there's a lot of bisexuals in Philly. A lot of like, I don't know, like established, like cool baddies that are like, I don't want to live in New York. I don't want to live in LA. I just want Philly.
No, Philly rocks.
Shout out Philly. Shout out Philly.
So you're home for COVID?
Yeah, I'm home because the pandemic breaks out. It's 2020 and I'm like, this is bad. And I'm thinking I'm about to date. I'm about to go out on the town. I had just come out to my family. And I was like, I'm going to email them, let them know that I'm queer. Did that. And I was like, I'm just going to have a hoe season in LA. And then the pandemic happens and I have to move back home. So I move back home and he reaches out to me and he says, we should live together. I go, yeah, we should live together.
In LA?
In Los Angeles.
Okay.
So finding housing, whatever. Okay, we're finding housing. He's FaceTiming me. I'm like getting really excited. All these things are happening, but I'm like, I can do it. I'm moving back to LA. I'm not going to live in my hometown forever. So I didn't even see this place and I signed the lease. I was like, I got to get out of rural Pennsylvania. So I do. I make it out. Make it out the PA streets.
Again.
And this is, mind you, I'm in a swing state during the election.
Right.
So
that was the Joe Biden one, right?
That was the Joe Biden one. And this is a time where there are liberal white people that are like, I'm sorry. And then there are white people who are like agro people who are like Farmers America. And they're like, get out of here. So it's like, that's what I'm getting every day when I go to the grocery store.
So your accent, I'm like, right, you are from rural PA.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the
future farmers of America were not happy with seeing me back home.
So it's a stressful environment for you to be in.
Yes. But then there's like neoliberal white people that are like,
and either way, you're just being talked at all day.
Yes. Talked out. And it's weird. It's weird. It's a weird vibe. So I get out of the swing state, go to my good old fashioned California, sign the lease, fly out there. He flies me out there. I'm like,
okay.
Right.
I mean, why not?
I'm
Why
like,
not take his
hey,
money?
I don't ask too many questions. I just go. I should have asked more questions. So I'm like, okay, I got to get out, whatever. So go to LA. I'm back in LA. I'm like hitting the streets. We're having a good time. I'm noticing maybe the drinking's a little too much. Maybe it's a little too much drinking. I'm like,
just on his behalf?
Every night. Every night there is not just like one glass. It's like a bottle per person. And he's like buying bottles. He's buying bottles. He's,
Are you in like a group of like other white gays?
So he has a cloister of white gays around him. Yeah, a gaggle of gays who are white men who, will be like, you have a fat ass. Did you get a BBL? I'm like, I'm black. So
like, no,
I don't need that.
That's what you have to do.
I just got to be black. And of course they're saying like weird things to me. There's a moment we're in West Hollywood and he goes, would you date a bisexual? He goes around the table and points to all of these gay white men. Would you date a bisexual?
Like
no.
a bisexual man?
A bisexual man.
Okay, yeah.
They go, no. No. And then he was like, yeah, you know, I wouldn't date a bisexual man because bisexuals like don't include trans people. So for me personally, he would have to be pan. I'm like, the virtue signaling stats are up here.
It's just wordplay. Okay, and let's just pause for a moment because I hate both words.
You hate bi and pan?
I hate them both.
Okay.
Because bisexual does imply like a binary that I literally don't belong
does it?
to. Well,
I don't think it does.
And I don't think it does functionally either.
Yeah.
I don't. But
okay,
I understand why
right.
people would say, like, look at the textbook definition,
right.
whatever. And then pan is just annoying, even though it's accurate.
The pansexuals are accurate. Like, we always get the brunt.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, I'm literally all those things, but I get why none of those words do like exactly what they want, what we want them to do.
Yes.
But like I've never heard a I don't know bi people who are like, because I'm bi, I don't include trans people. I've just never heard that. No. I'm sure they exist. I'm sure many bi people are transphobic because everyone is, but that's not why we identify the way we do.
No.
It's not a move to exclude trans people.
No.
So he read an infographic and spouted it incorrectly at the table in front of you. And I have a feeling that's where you were going with this.
Correct, Joe. Correct. So he's like virtue signaling and saying like, I would only date a pan guy because, you know, bisexuals are transphobic. And me, I'm internalizing this because I'm a baby bi. Like I hadn't even like slept with a woman. Like I hadn't even like, I had kissed a girl, but like I hadn't even like explored my sexuality. So at this point, I'm really thinking to myself like, I guess I'm transphobic because this white man told me I'm transphobic. And so like I'm internalizing all of this. And again, he's like going back home and drinking. And this is a point where I am like starting to really establish myself online. Like I am doing like everything that I can to post about bisexuality. I am trying to have hard conversations with myself and online. Like I'm really blossoming into my queerness as I'm understanding astrology, as I'm understanding what bisexuality is, because I know that it fits me, but like how does it fit me? And so it was like a really weird time where it was like I'm having these deep conversations with myself in my room. I open the door and here comes this Cancer man going, no, that's not how that works.
And those first queer friendships are so, you take them as like gospel almost, what they say. Because you're like, now I'm being accepted in the community. It's time for me to learn. Yes. But like not everyone's right just because they've been there longer.
Exactly. And I think also, this might get dark, but like we don't have enough queer elders, right, in the queer community because so many of them were wiped out in the 80s during the AIDS crisis. So when we get mentors, I personally take them so personally. Anybody that's like even like 3 to 4 years older than me, I'm like, your word is gospel.
Well, and that's a lot of more 3 to 4 years of being out, almost age of being irrelevant.
Right.
Just living out is a huge difference.
Exactly.
Like think about yourself 4 years ago, etc. Yeah.
Wild. I was a time 4 years ago. That was wild time. So like to think about now and like where I'm at, it's wild. So I took everything he said like as Bible, like and as a religious person, like Bibles were important to me, like, you know? So like I was like, this is the scripture of this gay white man, so I must follow it step by step or else the bisexual gods will be mad at me, you know? So I was really taking everything to heart, and the drinking started like amping up to the point where like he started saying some like, I mean, biphobic things, but also like some like bi things where I'm like, do you need to have a conversation with yourself? Like he one time very drunkenly, he goes, do you believe in bi men? Is it the tooth fairy? It's a bi man.
Right.
Of course I believe in bi men. You needed that validation. Why? What are you trying? Where are you trying to go? There were times that he thought he could touch me. Times that he thought he could smack me. He was like, you're a black woman. Honk, honk. You know, like that kind of thing was happening.
Like in your own home?
Yes.
Girl.
Yes, in my home. So I'm just like, I'm locking myself in my room, barricading myself, because I'm like, I don't know what this man will do. It's getting weird. He's touching me inappropriately.
And I'm sure if you address, he's like, girl, I'm gay.
Right.
It doesn't mean anything.
Exactly. And it's like, no, it does. Like misogyny.
You touched me.
Yes. And misogynoir in gay white spaces is so rampant and so unchecked. And I was like, but, you know, he's my queer elder. He took me in, but like, take me in, girl. I will always survive. Like I am a cat. I will always survive in any circumstance. Throw me, I will land on my feet every single time. But he had this narrative like I I took this like this black girl in, like, he doesn't know where I come from, right? He just had this narrative in his head of like who I was as a black woman, and he wanted to take credit for my success.
He wanted a role.
Yeah.
He wanted to put you in that role.
Yes. And I was like the black girl sidekick. So I would go to these spaces, and if he wanted to say something weird, he could look at me and be like, I can say that because she's over here. I can do that because she's right here. And it's just like, it was exhausting.
If I can ask, did you ever feel at that point yet that you could challenge him on it or like point it out? Or were you mostly like in shock? Were you silent most of those moments?
I think because I knew his chart, I knew that he was a Cancer with a Gemini moon.
Right.
He needed drama. He needed a cycle of chaos to feel safe. I don't need that. I'm okay with just chilling, talking deep, whatever. I'm cool with that. But he needed that drama to like escalate things. That's what fueled him.
Do you think he was baiting you? Like, did he want?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So it wasn't total ignorance. He actually was like expecting a reaction out of you.
Yes, he wanted a reaction. I think he wanted to have deep conversations about bi men, but he didn't know how to because he was in this gay white space and needed to affirm his gay whiteness before anything, or his white gayness before anything else. And I think, if he was a healthy individual, he'd be like, you know what? I'm dating a man right now, but I really want to explore what it would look like for me to be bi. How can I do that in a relationship? And instead of doing that, he would slap my ass and virtue signal and make me feel really uncomfortable, like
in
all
your
the
own
time.
home and in social spaces in front of others.
Yes. It was very uncomfortable. It got to the point where we took a trip to see whales. I want to say in like Montecito or something with an M.
But the coast. Monterey, maybe?
Monterey. We took a
I'm
trip.
from the Bay.
Bay Area.
That's where they invented whales.
They invented whales there. Yes, I've heard about that.
Capital of whales.
Yes, I've heard. But I went whale watching, and his mask started slipping. There were moments where I was like, there is something evil and dark behind those eyes. There is something that is not right. You are talking about cops and police brutality. Obviously, this is in 2021, right? On the helms of everything that was happening in 2020. Obviously, as a queer black person, I knew all these things, but like white people finally understood in 2020 what was actually happening because, we had phones, we had cameras to like record it. And so he was like mentioning things, and the mask was like slowly slipping. And after that trip, I recognized that this person was not right and was not fit to be in my life.
Was he saying things like, say, about protests that again was trying to bait you? Do you think?
Yes, but in a virtue signal way. Okay. Like he got a picture of the protests in Los Angeles and put them on walls so that
I could house?
In our home.
Did he ask your thoughts, feelings, opinions, reactions?
No. He was so proud that these pictures of this is wild.
I'm sorry to laugh. That's fucking crazy.
It's like thinking back on it. At the time, I was like, that's a small battle in comparison to what I'm actually, other things that I'm going through.
Of course.
But that was one of the things. Every time I would walk into our home, I would see a protest sign because it made him feel like this virtue signal, good, like neoliberal white man who like was gay. And like, it was his way of, I don't know, reminding me that he understood what a protest is. I genuinely don't know.
Did he go to any protests?
Okay, so he did.
Such a good question.
He did go to a protest, but he had to go live during it. Like he had to like be on live being like, look, I'm here.
He had to prove it.
Like, no, yeah.
And put people's faces in it just to be sure the FBI could find them.
Just so that the surveillance state had a leg up on all those people. Yeah.
Ally to the state.
Yeah. But one of the things that really blew me is that I said, we were talking and he always like brought it back to race when we were talking about like Fruit Loops. He'd be like, but racism. I'm like, I experienced it. I don't need you to remind me. But I said something and he was like, I was like, yeah, because you're an ally. And he's like, I am not an ally. I'm an accomplice. Yes! And I was like, what is happening? And my friend was like, nobody is an accomplice. Like, maybe Jane Fonda, who worked with, like, the Black Panthers, maybe she's an accomplice. But, like, he is not an accomplice. He's just a white man in West Hollywood.
Imagine getting mad at a black woman for calling you an ally.
He was angry. His, like, gay speed, like, we were walking and he, like, bolted. Like, he was like, I am not an ally. I'm an accomplice. And I was like,
not you misgendering him.
yeah. I was like, what the hell is going on here? It was wild. He's like, I got it from this artist and I got it and I paid for it. And it was like this black artist and I supported him. I'm like, cool. Support me. Get away from me.
Or like literally support you. Okay, I'm like, what if he did want this photo so bad?
Sure.
Why wouldn't he? I think even if it wasn't a like racially or politically loaded image, I think a normal roommate thing to do would be like, hey, can I put this up here?
Or put it in your room.
Or if
Since you love the protest so
if
bad.
you aren't going to just keep it in your room, I think it's a conversation almost no matter what it was.
Yeah.
I feel like there's almost a part of him that didn't want to ask you.
No.
Because he knew he was being fucking weird.
Yes.
And he wanted to just do it and get away with it.
Yeah.
And then he thinks it's working on you.
Yeah. And
But it wasn't working on you.
Yeah, I'm a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio with a Gemini rising and a Leo moon. You're not going to know what's really going on inside of here unless we're pillow talking. You know, like that, like we're not going to get deep.
That.
Yeah. And so he hated it. He would look, it was like I was surveilled. Every time I walk out of my room, I was surveilled, like every single time. And it got to a point where I was doing an interview for like some podcast and they were talking about queer representation. And I said, you know, I'm not a huge fan of the representation that I see in like Love Simon because TV shows like that don't represent my experience. It's about gay white men. I don't connect with that. I don't click with that.
It feels like it's made for straight parents who have a queer kid.
Exactly.
Which is like great. Maybe that's good for them.
Yeah, and straight parents who like want to play oppression Olympics with themselves about like my kid is gay.
And I'm actually really okay with it, actually, if you can believe.
Yeah, like
it was so hard for me, but actually it's easy. But
exactly.
Actually, they want to always.
They want it because they want to be able to like go into their room full of other white parents and be like, my kid's gay. Sorry. Like your kid might be like on soccer, but mine's gay. So I'm dealing with a lot right now. Meanwhile, the kid is like, you're weird. I cannot wait till I turn 18 and can leave this place. But yeah, so I was talking about Love Simon, representation in TV on this podcast, yapping away as one does.
Were you recording in your room?
I was recording in my room, in the privacy of my room. Recording. I leave my room. The interview finishes. I'm like, yes, love it. Leave my room. He's not in the living room. Like, thank God. He overhears me step out of my room and opens his door. He leaves his door open. He puts on a Love Simon shirt. And he goes, I heard you were talking about my show. That was the moment. That was the moment when it broke the camel's back. That was my moment when I was like, there's battles and this is what I'm about to fight. Because there's no way. So he goes, yeah, I heard you talking about my show. I'm like, you mean the lack of representation in like gay media that doesn't include queerness, that doesn't include bisexuality, that doesn't include people of color, that doesn't include like people who are fat? Like that's weird and odd. And he gets mad. He gets really mad. And then he gets drunk. He gets mad and drunk and he's swaying like a sailor in our home in West Hollywood. And he goes in the kitchen. And I was like, I can't with you. I really cannot. Like, this type of representation doesn't represent me and doesn't represent my story.
You just get to say that.
Yes.
It doesn't have shit to do with him.
Exactly. But he couldn't.
But he can't have that.
He can't have that. He's a white man.
You're not being the sidekick.
Right.
The silent sidekick who giggles.
I can't be the main character.
Of course.
How dare I? So I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I go into my room. I'm pissed. He gets drunk. Like toasty, just like Real Housewives of like Beverly Hills.
Don't say that.
drunk.
That's such a compliment to him. He would love it if you said that.
No, because they're messy white people. Yes, saying wild stuff. Ramona, the Scorpio, wild.
That's what he's going for.
Yeah, that's what he's going for, so that he can blame it on the drunkenness. I'm like, we're not doing that today. So I go in the kitchen because I'm like, now I'm hungry. I've been in my room for hours, like in fetal position, thinking about how horrible it is to live with you and how I can get out of this living situation and how I can get out of this lease. And
can I ask, how many months has it been that you've lived together?
At this point, probably like 8. I'm locked into like a year lease.
Yeah.
So.
And is this the first time you've put your foot down like that? Like said something? Okay.
This is the first time I was like, we're not doing this right now because you're not about to play Oppression Olympics with a Black queer woman. We're not doing like
in the form of a t-shirt.
Yeah, we're not doing this right now. So I was nice nasty to him. I have a mother from Chicago who's always nice nasty. So I was nice nasty to him, and he didn't like it. So he gets drunk. I go to the kitchen. And he looks at me, and he's swaying like a sailor. And he's like, I can't help the fact that I'm white. I can't help and he's yelling at me, I can't help the fact that I'm white. And he's yelling, and I'm like, am I in the Twilight Zone? Because there's a white man yelling at me that he can't help the fact that he's white. And it is wild. So I run outside, I call friends, I'm like, help, emergency. Like, this guy's like really wackadoodle, like swaying in the kitchen, acting wild, like just tripping over his words and his body. Like, what is going on? And one of my friends was like, stay with me, like, we're gonna figure it out. And at that point, I like enforced the like, we're not talking rule. Like, we're not going to talk. I might come home. I'm not talking with you. This is bizarre and strange. And so I didn't talk. And eventually I was able to I like manifested. I was like, I'm going to find a cool house that's pink on the east side of LA. I'm going to do it.
Oh, yeah, get me the fuck out of WeHo.
Yeah, get me out of here. And then I did. But it was a lot of like him saying weird things about me doing weird things in the room. Like him saying like I stole his like towels from him saying like I took stuff from him, and him being like, okay, well now I get the security deposit. Huh?
Those towels were worth $1,200.
Right, exactly. I'm like, really? And he's like, well, I get the security deposit. And I'm like, what? So I call up a lawyer friend of mine who is a Taurus, and I go, hey.
Sorry, I love how your stories, it's name and sign.
Because if you know the language, you understand that like I'm about to call like the grounded person. Yeah. I'm about to call the girl that's gonna go, let's see what we can do. You know, I'm not calling a Gemini, let's go. I'm calling a Taurus. So I call a Taurus, and she's a lawyer, and I'm like, oh my God, this guy is being wacky with this security deposit. Like, what do I do? And she goes, so, okay, what did the contract look like? I'm like, so there was no contract. She was like, so you gave a man that you didn't know thousands of dollars through Venmo? I said, yeah, that's what I did.
I've done that most of my housing, to be fair.
To be fair, she was not to be fair with me. She was like, don't ever do that again, and good luck if you get that security deposit back. You have no legal standing. Yeah. Bye! And I was like, you know what? Hard lesson, but a good lesson. I finally move into my new place. I'm going back and forth with him. He's like, I had to clean the place. I had to scrub the place. I can't give you the full deposit back. I'm like, you know what? Whatever you want to give back to me at this point. Whatever you want. So he gives me like a couple $100 back. I'm like, fine, whatever. You're going to play this game, whatever. I just want to cut ties with you at this point. And I haven't spoken to him since.
Shit.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
That was in 2021.
2021.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good amount of time.
That is a good amount of time.
Did it become a like a blocked online, blocked number?
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay.
I'm a Scorpio.
I have a podcast called No Contact.
Yes, I will block.
Did he, after the deposit talk, like, was he trying to defend himself, reach out?
No.
Make you interesting?
No. Okay. I think after that, it was like you could tell there was a lot of internal things that he had to deal with within his whiteness and within his gayness, not queerness, gayness.
And his bi-curiosity.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of stuff he had to deal with in his like masculinity and what that looks like. And I think at that point he was like, oh, I can't use this girl. And I remember he invited me to his birthday party, like towards the end of our relationship. And there was a girl that was another black girl with braids that he had replaced me with. It was like weird.
Was this after you moved out?
This wasn't after I moved out. Like this is towards the end of our relationship. He was like, here's a birthday party, you know, and I was like, I'll show face for this birthday party.
But it was after the initial we're not talking, we had a weird
this was
Simon
before
fight.
This is before. So I was like, I will, you know, I'll show face.
He felt you pulling away. He
yes.
felt that
so
you
he was
weren't...
like, come to this party. But he had already found a new black girl with braids, which I was like, who was like my same height and everything.
Where did they meet?
I don't know. Maybe at another nonprofit.
Did you talk to her at all?
No, no. I'm like, girl, you're in the sunken place. No one can help you but you. So, Godspeed.
The sunken place is in WeHo.
Godspeed. It is. It most certainly is. But yeah, I mean, I tried my best, but I wasn't about to be like mammified for this white man. I wasn't about to be a side character for him.
Well, because what even is trying your best in that situation? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
what did you do?
Yeah, there's no amount of like nights out that you can pay for at the Abbey or like vacations or trips or whatever that's going to make me be okay with being treated like trash. Whether it's in a relationship, not in a relationship, if you're bi-curious and you have a crush on me, whatever. I don't care. I'm not going to be treated like trash just because you think bisexual should be, so you're self-inflicting and then you want to do it to me.
Talk about it.
You're not immune to biphobia because you're bi.
Is there a like you're obviously clocking him in every single element at this time? How aware of this were you by like the time you put your foot down?
I was pretty
aware. Upon reflect? Okay, you were clocking him in the moment.
Yeah,
eventually.
I saw the nights that he would look at me drunkenly and say like, "You're coming to bed with me," and like, you know, sexual advances and moments.
Oh, he did.
Oh, yeah.
Actively.
Like when he was like saying things about like sexual, like very in-depth sexual things. Like, and we're Scorpios. So people will confess their darkest secrets to us.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah. Yes, that's happening right now. But people will confess naturally. And so
without us asking.
Without prompt, and he was doing that. And he was saying some things that I was like, you're flirting with me, but I'm gonna be nice about it. I'm gonna let you whatever, because I guess you feel better about yourself and safer doing it in the home with me,
which makes it worse for you, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah, because I'm like, am I gonna get the sexual side of him tonight, or am I gonna get the sort of cold, distant, or the drunk side, or the let's party side? Gemini moon. What side are we getting tonight? I don't know.
It's sad to me because there's a world in which you both could have been exploring your bisexuality together.
No, there's not a world. Not for me. Not for me. Sorry.
I'm not saying like
white men haven't done that in forever.
I'm not saying hooking up, to be clear.
Oh,
I'm not saying that.
Okay, good.
I'm saying
there were many times where he was like,
No. I would literally never talk about you that way. I just mean you could have just been like, hey, I'm having this experience at the same time. Because you were.
Right.
You were just honest about it and he wasn't. And he's making that your problem and probably a lot of other people's.
Yes.
And that's just, what a missed opportunity. Like you literally could have been in it together.
Yes.
That could have been such a cute situation, but he had to be weird.
Yeah.
But he had to be so weird.
And controlling. He wanted control because he's probably had that all of his life. And that's... Yeah, I realized in that moment, like, West Hollywood is a place for, like, corporate gays who, like, feel this sense of, like, they have money and they're white before anything else. And they have their dog and they have their, like, thing and they walk their dog and they work out because aesthetically you have to look a certain way and your masculinity has to feel a certain way.
The gyms there are crazy.
It's wild. Barry's Boot Camp is a cult,
It's such a cult. And like some of the worst like AI tech gay CEOs go to Barry's Boot Camp, and that should tell you everything.
Thank you.
That should tell you and
Gay,
Peggy
like
Gow.
Elon Musk, go there. It's weird. Barry's Boot Camp is a scary place. Soul Cycle, another scary place. Like, anyways.
It's their church now too, which is the upsetting part.
For people who have religious trauma, like that is their church. And like, you know, we all have to find healthy outlets and whatever, but this is like diet culture, wellness culture.
And that's their gospel. That's what they go to preach.
And they're like, I'm doing it to be like, to better myself.
And that's the right way to live.
No, honey.
To have an eating disorder.
Do we? That was kismet.
That was fucking crazy.
We
crazy.
both clocked the same thing. And you just have to like smile and nod when you're in WeHo. And he's like, I can't have a cheat day, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, okay.
A cheat day.
Yeah.
Just a little hell day.
Yeah.
Just a little devil's day.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you got out of that situation.
I am too.
I hate that sometimes we have to learn things a really hard way.
Yes.
But I'm glad you learned a lot.
I learned so much about like white gay culture. Something I just never want to partake in again. Yeah. And whether it's like sapphic white gay culture or like a masculine man white culture, that's not something that aligns with myself. It's
how have you felt being like not only on the east side of LA, but like now the spaces you've found that you actually like to
now
hang out with?
I live where the Black people reside, which is amazing. Like I live in like which is like
got you.
Cool.
Okay.
Maybe I shouldn't say that to the world.
You live in South LA.
I live in South LA. So I'm where the Black people are. And so that's beautiful. Like to see like just Black folks in just cool places and like family. I just didn't get that growing up. So it's like very cool to see. And yes, there is like a lot of like clear like respectability politics. There's a game that's being played. But it is nice to be around other Black people and to create my own like queer spaces for me that don't revolve around jorts. that's nice. Like that's really nice. Like I don't want to go to like Silver Lake and like see a mullet and jorts, you know?
Don't like it. I hate. Are you picturing the ones that go past the knees?
Yes, and you know what? I wore those for Pride. Was not flattering for me.
I don't think they're flattering on anyone.
No,
I'm gonna
some
be honest.
people.
I don't like them. I don't like them.
I am convinced that if you have, no shade, a boxy frame,
okay,
it's good for.
They
a boxy
give you
frame.
a shape.
Yeah, if you got that shape, if you got the caboose in the back, you don't need jorts. Because it's giving like church camp, and that's not the vibes you want to give. It's church camp. Yeah, Rebecca St. James and like Stacey Orico vibes. You don't want to give that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Are there like queer spaces in South LA that you like to go to?
I've created them for myself.
Yeah.
Like yesterday was Juneteenth and I had all of my queer friends except for my token straight friend with me. And like I had all of my queer friends with me and we celebrated Juneteenth like in South LA and like at my place, and it was beautiful. Like queer art on the wall, no protest, like virtue signal art. Like it was great. Like that was really exciting and really like fun. But like I created it for me.
And we can do that.
And we could do that.
You have another story.
I do.
And you said you have a bi chaos story?
This is like a homoerotic story.
Oh, homoerotic. Okay, perfect.
It's like a slow burn, like heated rivalry if they were roommates. Which is like everyone's coming of age story. This is like rewind before 2020, before the dawn of time.
Okay.
There was a roommate who was very like out about her bisexuality, and I loved it. I didn't know why. I was straight at the time, and I was like, I love that she's bi.
Oh, I just love that she's so herself. And why am I obsessed with only queer people who are out and proud?
And
it probably doesn't mean anything.
Exactly. And I want to go on errand dates with her. And but they weren't dates, obviously. They were just us hanging out. I want to get coffee with her. I want to drive with her. I want to listen to music with her. Like, I want to do all the things. I want to talk about, what's a euphemism? I want to talk about owing in the dark with her. Straight people do that. That's what straight people do all the time. And I loved her. Like it was like a love affair, but there was a lot of sexual tension, but there was no contact. There was no like touch. We never touched each other. We never kissed each other.
Or addressed it verbally even?
No, like it was coded language for sure. It was coded language. And so I had a boyfriend. He wasn't really a boyfriend. He was like a guy.
There was a man around.
There was a man. No. A midnight man. I had a midnight gentleman caller. Shout out to him.
I'm gonna use that.
But yeah, I had a gentleman caller, and every time I was with him, I was not thinking about men. I was thinking about women, which is so bad. So my midnights were sapphic, but with a man. And then she had a girlfriend.
Oh.
And the moment she got a girlfriend, it turned into us just like hating each other. And it was almost like, why do we hate each other now? But you have a girlfriend and I have a boyfriend and we hate each other.
Isn't this what Wicked is about? I haven't seen
Yes.
it, but I feel like this is what Wicked is about.
But at least in Wicked, the book, they kiss.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay, I'll read the book.
the book. Yeah, the book version, they kiss. But yeah, I wanted to kiss her, but like we hated each other. We really hated each other. And so it got to the point where like we again were like not talking because we were so angry. Like it was almost like she was upset that I had a boyfriend and wasn't like clocking my own bisexuality, and I was upset she had a girlfriend and could explore her bisexuality in those ways. And I was so jealous, and I was so angry, and I was so nasty, and I was so rude. But she was too. She was too, and we would do petty things like she would plan her makeout sessions for when I would open the door and like see her and her girlfriend. And I was so jealous and angry, and I remember bursting out into tears, and I was like, oh my God. Like bursting out into tears, like watching the LA sunset, like over like downtown Los Angeles, like crying, sobbing, not knowing why I was sobbing.
You really didn't know?
No.
You had no
I was
idea.
like, I just was so embarrassed that I saw you in this position.
Aww.
But the truth was like, yeah, it wasn't that. And so every day not every day, I'm exaggerating, Leo moon. But like there were days that I would like open the door and she'd be like, like face red. Like she planned her makeout sessions for when I would come home. And it was heartbreaking. So then I got petty. I got to be very, very petty, and I would plan my own little midnight rendezvous at my place, even though I didn't need to, because this midnight caller had their own place. But I was like, I could just do it here.
This is the gayest shit in the world. You planned your makeout sessions around a woman.
Yeah.
Your makeout sessions with a man to make sure a woman sees him.
I just needed her to be jealous.
Gay.
Yeah. So gay. So it got to a point where she was like, I'm a really good person, and I think I'm a really good person, but I feel like you don't like me. Is there a problem? I was like, first of all, why did you say you were a good person?
Weird start.
That's wild. Okay.
I don't think I've ever said that.
I don't know why people
I don't
say
think
that. Like, you're a human.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as
good. I had a sorry, tangent, but I had a therapist once, like a couples therapist, be like, your partner's a really good person. And I'm like, I literally would never say that about myself. Yeah. I'm like, why would you ever make an absolute statement? What are you trying to prove? Isn't that
weird? Did your therapist want your partner?
I literally genuinely think she was in love with him, and thank you for saying that. So anyway, we're aligned on that.
Yeah, that's wild. Saying you're a good person is a wild thing. But anyway, she was like, is there an issue? And I, in my very passive aggressive, undeveloped Scorpio nature, I was like, no, there's no problem. And I just like walked out the door.
Were you too scared?
I was too scared because it would mean I'd have to face
everything.
What was actually happening, which is like, I am secretly in love with you and you're secretly in love with me. And we are very close because we're in love, and this is heartbreaking to see you drift away from me and me drift away from you and my queerness. And it was like all of these things. So I was like, no, everything's fine.
Why am I getting emotional?
Because it's so
the way you put that, because it's like it's such a lost opportunity.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And I like, you have to like grieve your homoerotic friendships, because it's like truly it's like it feels like a death. Like I felt like I was like saying no to parts of my sexuality, which I think is like the biggest heartbreak beyond her. as being like, I didn't feel like I could explore this. So we like ended, we had a huge like blow up friendship breakup where we were tit for tat, not talking to each other, slamming doors, huffing, puffing all throughout the house. And finally she's like, I just want to let you, well, first of all, she told me before she moved out, she said, I just want to let you know, I got my girlfriend a job through your friend.
Okay.
That's wild, because we're not talking. We're not friends, but you got your girlfriend a job through someone I knew I introduced you to.
Kind of
How
job?
dare you? It's a nice job. It was a nice job.
I guess it's good she said it. I don't know.
I was pissed.
Could have been worse if you heard it.
Yeah, no.
A different way.
No. You used a black woman to get another white woman.
Oh, was she a white woman?
Oh, yeah. She was white. See, the common denominator, these people are white.
The lack of boundaries and entitlement.
Yes, exactly. I just thought it was like so.
My family did that to me. That's how I know.
Yeah, they do it to each other. That's the thing nobody talks about is other white women Uno reverse the white womanness on each other.
We can talk about this offline because
yes.
I didn't know it could happen to me too.
No, because
I got
mothers
got.
raise their children to do this, and then they get to a point where they're both doing it to each other. The white woman tears to each other. Where's the genuine nature of any of it? It's wild. It's wild. And I know this because I like follow people who have like white moms who are biracial, and they're like, my mom tried to do it to me. I'm like, they Uno reverse each other. That's wild. So anyways, we're huffing and puffing throughout the house. And she was like, I am moving in with my girlfriend. I was like, okay, fine. And I remember like putting on my calendar, like, finally she's moving out. Mind you, she could see this calendar.
Oh my God.
Move out. She said like the date was like the 15th. And on the 15th, I was like, finally she's out and she could see this. Yeah, it was mean. I was mean. I have a mean bone in my body.
Kind of funny though.
It was mean.
I know it's mean.
Yeah.
But if you watched that on TV, you'd laugh.
If it was a comedy, you would laugh.
Yes.
If it was a comedy, you would laugh.
No, that is
like,
technically, toxic, whatever.
It was very toxic.
Pretty toxic, but
finally she's
me and
out.
Ryan are
Thank
laughing.
God. So anyways, she left, and her move out day, I like planned to like be with a friend to pick me up so she could like leave and get out of my hair and like find a new roommate. But yeah, that was my homoerotic tale. After that, she also was like, I'm watching the L Word. And I was like, okay, that's what like queer people do. And after she moved out, I was like, I'm going to start the L Word as a straight girl who's just like open.
What if I just want to watch a TV show?
Jenny Schechter.
HBO's good.
Yeah, like Bet. Why wouldn't I watch Bet? Straight women love Bet. And then I finished it like my first Pride, my first Pride that I was out. I finished the very last episode, and I was like, I'm queer. I like this a lot.
Oh my God, it made you gay.
Yes, that works.
The propaganda, it works. Protect your kids.
Yes.
Just kidding.
Yes.
You want to know? Okay, you want to know a shameful fact about me?
Yes.
I've never seen the L Word because my gay mom watched it, and I don't want to be
gay
like her.
mom?
Yeah, but we don't speak. But not because of that.
Not all gay people are good people.
That's the thing. No, and me being like, oh, I was a homeless youth. They're like, oh, queer runaway, and I'm like, no, my whole family's gay. They just fucking suck.
What?
Yeah.
Hello?
It's crazy you don't know this.
I'm living in the future.
You were like, I was
I ran away from home when I was 15. And when everyone hears that, they think it's for homophobia reasons. And because I don't drink and I don't smoke and I've never touched a cigarette, they're like, so like religion? Like, are you formerly Mormon? And it's like, no, my mom's literally gay and my siblings intersex and they're all evil and I don't talk to any of them.
What?
I'm living in the future.
You're living in the future. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not all queer people are good people.
Or good, yeah.
Or good to date. Like, people are like, oh, yeah, you should just, like, enter a bi for bi relationship because if you date another bi person, they're going to be, like, perfect and amazing. No.
In my mind, I'm like, the best person for me is another non-binary pansexual.
Yeah.
But, like, the last woman I had to dump is actually...
Had to dump.
Yeah. During Pride. During a Pride month because she wouldn't go to therapy.
Oh, well, then dump.
And I was like, I don't even think a man has ever spoken to me this way. Because if I ever picked a man, he wouldn't.
Exactly.
Like, I literally, that's the only person I've ever been with who I'm like, hey, you're really not okay.
Yes.
And like, I still to this day would say she's a wonderful person who will not acknowledge any of her problems like a man. And then she said, I didn't want to talk about anything. And that's why we broke up, which is crazy. But anyway.
But just because you're queer does not make you immune to being racist, homophobic, fatphobic.
Or like having any problem.
Like, it just is like a jerk.
It makes it sometimes a little more funny. I'm going to be honest. Sometimes it can be a little more funny.
Hey.
But it's still not good. And we all deserve to be better.
We deserve to be better.
Is the tea about that.
Yeah, we deserve.
These were both roommates?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I have very bad roommate experiences.
I've had such a mix.
Really?
I have roommates who I'm still friends with to this day who like, I'm like, we're
I feel like I do too.
a type of life partner. Like we were so meant to be together.
Yeah.
And we were just so compatible as roommates that then our personalities happened to be really compatible.
Yeah.
And then I have other people. Your white guy roommate reminded me a lot of a woman I lived with who was so fucking weird.
Yeah,
like
it's creepy.
I learned what single white female was
exactly
because of her.
You are.
Was he single?
Single fingle? Yes, he was single fingle for sure. Like he was very single fingle. He was very creepy.
Yeah.
It was very much like like I creaked my door open. It's like
she was, but when you said that, that's who I thought of.
Yeah.
And then we had another roommate move in who's normal and great. I still talk to her.
Oh, good.
Who it was an outside witness who could be like, yeah, I don't hang out in the living room because she'll just come talk on like talk.
Exactly.
And it's always like the longest conversation you never wanted to have.
Like, I'm not your therapist.
And I'm not a mirror for you to figure it out.
No.
Like, girl, we all just pay rent.
Exactly.
And then she'd be like, I want this house to be a community. And I'd be like, but I
He
have
said the same thing.
I'm like, but I have a job.
Yes, I have a life. I don't prioritize you.
Mm-hmm. And I could every once in a while if you weren't fucking weird.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Would she do things like be like, oh, I bought you this thing that you like so much?
She would like share things that I didn't even want. I wish she bought me more. But then she was pretend poor. Her families were like lawyers in DC.
Pretend poor
and she would talk about how I actually have never talked about this, Diva. What minute are we at, Ryan?
53.
Wonderful. I'll give myself 2 minutes tops. No, she would like literally talk about how we were a low income household because she's Lena Dunham, but Berkeley. If you could make Lena Dunham worse, she's her. She's her to a T. And and I already knew this about her and was like talking shit about her. She would tokenize every single friend I had who was like trans or black or whatever.
Yeah.
Like just like, they're so cool. Like whatever, I don't even need to, you get it?
Yeah.
And then insert herself into our friendships and be like, what if we all went to Japan together? Like when I was talking about it with my friend, I'm like, they don't even know you.
Yeah,
and if they did, they wouldn't want you in Japan with us.
Yeah.
And then, she would always talk about how low income she was because she chose to just focus on her book right now. I'm so serious about the Lena. Like it's to a T. And this was me being petty. I literally just brought it up to her one day. I was like, have you ever seen the show Girls? I was just curious.
Yes.
And she went, I couldn't watch that show. I felt so insulted by it. Like me and my friends were living in New York. She just fucking admitted it.
She just like
she admitted it.
Spews off the like storyline.
And then she watched it. We lived together for like 2 fucking years. And she watched it at a certain point. It was like, I was just ready because I'm so past that part of my life right now. Because she worked at like HuffPo in New York at the time that it was like coming out.
That is wild.
So I didn't even have to clock her. She clocked herself without even realizing what she was.
This is representation for me.
So much so that she was insulted. It's so funny that she said that.
It hit a wound. She's
all
like,
of her
my parents
wounds
cut me off.
No, literally.
And I'm focusing on my book right now. That's wild.
And then it gets even worse. I have my own little 2020 actual. So I live with this guy. He is a gay black man in film, for what it's worth. So also a creative, and he's the easiest person to live with in the world and a delight. It was one of those things where it's like we might not see each other for 2 weeks, and then when we would talk, it was so nice.
Yeah.
That's to me an ideal roommate dynamic. And we would hang out sometimes, but there was no obligation.
Right.
So he was, content warning, I guess, but like he was living with this couple. I think they were both white, and the guy kept bringing up Black Lives Matter to him every single day, and he had a gun. He owned a gun.
How did you know he had a gun?
So was telling me all this.
Oh.
Bleep out his name just in case. He'd
Yeah.
probably be fine with it. But my former roommate is telling me this and like, hey, can I live with you again? Like, I'm in a bad situation. I don't feel safe here. Every time I leave my room, they try to argue with me about Black Lives Matter and
About
gun rights while it's happening and we're in Oakland.
So they were like, we're a minority. They're like, we're in
Probably.
Oakland, and I like believe in like
Dude,
the NRA.
I knew this.
I'm a minority.
I knew the girl, and I did not really like her.
Yeah.
I don't know if she shares the same beliefs with her boyfriend, but why is she with him? But
if she's with him, she does.
it's close enough, girl.
If your boyfriend
leave.
is a gun-toting weirdo, you are also a gun-toting weirdo.
That's hard to find in like Berkeley, Oakland too. That's
I know.
hard to find it. She found it and then okay. So he reaches out to me. He's like, any chance we can find, we'd always talked about living together again. Literally, I feel like it could happen again in LA when he finally makes it out here. But she, I guess, was just being really dismissive because that was her friend. Mm-hmm. And I told my roommate, I was like, hey, also, sorry, this is important. Another thing that reminded me of your story, she had a Black Lives Matter poster in our hallway.
Yes.
And there were, oh my God, we did have a half Black roommate at a certain point. We did have she had it before him, but either way, I was just sort of like,
weird.
why do you have that? Like in the house, I'm like, I understand the gesture on the lawn, but just in the house.
I don't understand the gesture on the lawn. I'm sorry.
not saying it makes sense.
Everyone's lives. We believe in science and abortion. And
in this house,
you're creepy. I know not to knock on your door because you're weird.
But I get what they think they're doing.
I
don't know what she thinks she was doing with it privately in the kitchen, whatever. But I just want to say she has that. Oh, and it's art. It's not like a sign. It's like art. She probably bought it from a fucking artist too.
Yeah.
And I tell her, I'm like, hey, my favorite roommate I've ever lived with in the Bay is looking for a place. And I guess shouldn't have said this in the end of things, but I should get to say, like, he's fleeing a tense situation right now. Uh-huh. She goes, hi, thank you so much. Oh, we had a spare room. Huge factor. Okay. The timing was amazing because we had a spare room. And she was like, hi, thank you so much for trying to help find a roommate. I actually am making really big changes on the book right now, so I really need an environment of peace and calm. It doesn't sound like it would be a good fit.
That is the most corporate ChatGPT ass response.
I'm like, your book is more important than like my literal friend and roommate who I can vouch for in every way.
It was a control thing.
It's 1,000% a control thing. Yeah. And she doesn't understand how fucking crazy she sounds denying housing to a Black gay man in the Bay where there's such a housing shortage during the protests, like during the uprisings, while she has her little Black Lives Matter stuff. She wouldn't even talk to him.
Yeah. Because like the idea of like having to confront an actual Black person is wild to her.
The most, I can't even explain. So introverted, so sweet. Like
she doesn't care.
She doesn't care.
She sees all Black people as criminals.
It was a
unless it's in like an aesthetic.
Yes, which all any friend or coworker I had were to her.
Yes.
And just the fact that I was like, what? Anyone can find a community almost. I'm like, you can't even see him as like a fellow creative trying to make it. Like you can't even spin some story to make yourself. It was such a hypothetical trade-off for her that wasn't worth it. And that's when I did stop talking to her like in any kind of formal way after that. But then she actually fully shut down on me one time because I said I had to go to bed.
Yes, God forbid you
we talked boundaries. For hours that day. And then she goes, so how's everything going? I'm like, I can talk today, but I didn't say that. I really have to go to bed. And then she didn't talk to me for 3 weeks. Yeah, it was kind of nice. That happened again, but that's another story.
Yeah.
So anyway, weird that we've had similar roommate, creepy white root, in different ways. Yes, but in the same person.
Yeah,
maybe just in different situations.
Yeah.
They would love each other.
They would actually probably hate each other because who could be the center?
They both need the same.
Yes.
You said center as I went like this.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
Center. Yeah.
Clark it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything you want to like plug or add?
Okay. So we were previously talking about representation, and I am currently working on my web series, which I'm very, 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 very excited about, which is based on my book called Confessions of a Bisexual.
Do you have a book out?
Yeah.
Send me the link.
Okay,
We'll link
send
it.
me the link.
We'll
Send me
link
the
it.
link. But it's like a collection of essays about growing up in a religious town, being queer, being Black, and then it also has like playlists in there. It also has like journal prompts in there and activities. So it's like a safe space for like bi people to find out who they are.
Like a little bit of a little essays and a workbook
Yes.
all in one.
Yeah,
That's
like a
such
little cute
great
little
idea.
like resource that people can use and like at their own pace.
That's really great.
Yeah.
And you're making a web series based off
Yes,
it. What's
and I'm
it going
making
to
a
be
web
called?
series based on that. I don't know.
Okay. It's in the works.
Untitled project by
Okay.
Charmeé.
And we'll have all the socials linked,
Yes.
obviously, in the description.
Yes.
You're by Curious Big Sis.
By curious. No. I'm
oh.
not curious.
I'm so sorry.
I'm right
I'm
here.
so sorry.
Not you bi erasing me in real life. I'm not bi curious. I'm not one of those straight girls. I'm really gay. How do I have to like? I just got bi erased.
That's so
God forbid. During Pride Month.
I'm a really good person.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Not
that's
this.
so crazy to that. It's probably just because we submit Curious so much this
Yeah.
episode. I'm so
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Let me do this.
Don't let it happen again. Not curious.
Bisexual Big
Yeah.
Sis.
Yeah.
Charmeé on all
Yeah.
platforms.
Yeah.
I'm fucking dead.
And at Bi Astrology on
yes.
Instagram.
You should get to call me Bi Curious once at a time of your choosing in the
Yes.
future.
Yes.
You have that.
Okay.
You have that.
That's power. Power move. Power move.
So funny. Okay. The way we like to close. What is one thing? This could be serious. This could be silly. This could be type of person. This could be behavior. This could be a flavor. What's one thing that you want to go no contact with?
No contact with biphobia and queer spaces.
Shout out.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
It's tired.
It's so tired. It's so tired. I even like watched movies from like the 90s and they were even talking about it. It's like, it's so tired. It's so like low hanging fruit to be like, bi girls. They're just so, they're so stupid. Like that's so ill. Like you're so ugly.
Like have a real thought. Like did
Yes.
something happen to you? Were you hurt?
Yes.
Maybe you could talk about that.
If you have an
but-
anecdotal story about a bisexual that you dated that was horrible, talk about
Sure.
it.
And you get to talk about it.
Talk about
But
it.
it's unfortunate because it also if that cycle you're worried about, which is for instance like the comp het taking over, you are perpetuating to that.
Yes.
Or adding a dynamic that will make someone feel unwelcome in queer spaces, which will then make comp het easier for them to follow. And if that's what you don't want, why the fuck are you talking that way?
Yeah. It's just weird. It's just weirdo behavior and
It
it's
is
so
weird.
ugly and it tells me that you have no bitches. Like, you have no hoes. You have no roster. If you're biphobic, you have no hoes. Like you don't. How do you have a roster if you don't know how to talk to queer people? Like, and you make like loser jokes? Like what?
And that's it.
Like the hottest people you'll ever meet are like open to bisexuality because they know how to schmooze.
And no one wants to hear this, but I kind of think being bi or pan is like the most evolved sexuality.
Okay, I can't
Sorry.
agree with that because I think
sorry.
I think we're all in our own little journey.
Yeah, technically.
Technically.
I just think about like if you lived for 1,000 years, do you think you'd be like, I'm straight or I'm gay? I think you would be
the
fluid.
vampire hypothetical.
You would be
of
fluid.
course. But it's like when people say like polyamory is so evolved, it's like no, it's just a relationship style.
I agree with that.
It's just a
Especially
relationship
based on
style.
our last episode.
It's all.
I do agree with that.
Yeah, it's just a relationship style. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like monogamy and polyamory, both shit piles. Like which one works for you?
They both have to be done right, and they're still gonna suck a little.
Yeah, and maybe
Yeah.
a lot. But what works for you?
Yeah, I guess I just say that because I think people are jealous. I
And
think
maybe
people
they
are
are.
jealous that bi people can like actually appreciate
And
anybody.
I think that I can say yes. I'm 100% behind that. People are very jealous. It's envy. They want something they can't have, but you can have it.
That's the tea.
You can be bi.
You should.
Be more bi.
Everyone, you have like 10 days left to try bi. I'm just kidding.
10? I'm like, is the
what day
world
is it?
ending?
Is it the 20th?
Oh, for Pride. But also, you can be bi in July.
Try bi year round.
By July. By Hot August. By October. September is Bi Visibility Month.
Okay. So
And then what comes after September? October, November, December?
yeah.
And then it's Christmas. You might as well
bisexual
just be bi.
Halloween. My birthday's in
Right.
November, so that's a bi holiday.
Exactly. And so at that point, you
Jesus
might as
was
well,
bi. I get canceled.
Jesus probably was.
That's what I'm saying. Because he's evolved. He was friends with everyone. He loved
He was
everyone.
like a
He literally
hot
loved
car-
everyone.
He was just a hot carpenter.
That's bi.
He was bi.
If he had a Instagram, it would be a thirsty bi Instagram.
He was hanging out with like sex workers. He was like, yeah,
Girl.
let's go.
Girl. Jesus is so fluid. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming
Thank
on.
you for having me on.